What if I told you that millions of Americans did everything right? They went to college, they studied hard, they got degrees. Yet today, many of them feel poorer than ever before. Student loans aren't just a number on a spreadsheet anymore. They're a source of mental stress, a reason to delay life's biggest moments, and a constant source of financial fear. If you or someone you know is dealing with student loans, then this video is for you. Make sure you stay until the end, because we're going to talk about what's really happening and what can actually help. The scale of this problem is staggering. Student loan debt in the United States has soared past trillions of dollars. More than 40 million Americans are currently carrying student loans. That's not just one type of person. It's teachers, nurses, engineers, and office workers. It even includes people who took out loans but weren't able to finish their degree. For so many, the monthly payment feels like a second rent payment, a constant drain on their finances. I'm curious, and I want to hear from you. Comment below with a simple yes or no. Do you currently have student loan debt? Now, let's talk about why student loans feel so uniquely trapping. They're very different from other types of debt. You usually can't get rid of them easily, even through bankruptcy, which rarely offers a solution. All the while, the interest just keeps growing and growing, making you feel like you're not making any progress. And the payment plans can last for 10, 20, or even 30 years. A common sentiment I hear from borrowers is, no matter how much I pay every month, the total balance barely moves. This creates a feeling of being stuck on a treadmill. You're putting in all this effort, but you're not getting anywhere. This constant financial pressure isn't just about money. It has a deep psychological impact. The stress from student loans affects mental health in serious ways. People report high levels of anxiety and depression. Many find themselves avoiding checking their loan balances altogether because it's just too painful. There's often a feeling of shame or failure, as if they did something wrong, and a constant fear about what the future holds. Because of this debt, many people are delaying major life milestones, things like getting married, having children, buying their first home, or even starting their own business. If student loans have affected your major life decisions, do me a favor and hit that like button. It's important to understand how we got here, because college wasn't always this expensive. If you look back over the last few decades, the changes are dramatic. Tuition costs have increased at a rate much faster than wages. At the same time, many states reduced public funding for their colleges and universities. This forced schools to rely more heavily on tuition and, by extension, on student loans to cover their costs. The financial aid that was supposed to help simply didn't keep up with the skyrocketing prices. For years, students were told the same story. Don't worry about the loans. Your future salary will easily cover it. But for millions of Americans, that promise never came true. Wages just didn't rise the way tuition did. And that brings us to the career reality check. Here's a hard truth. Not all degrees lead directly to high-paying jobs. In fact, a huge number of graduates find themselves working in fields completely unrelated to what they studied. Many earn far less than they expected, and they're often competing in oversaturated job markets where there are more qualified candidates than available positions. But here's the kicker. Your loan payments don't care about your salary. They don't care about your job prospects. They are due every single month, regardless of inflation, layoffs, or rent increases. The debt is constant, even when life isn't. This issue doesn't just hurt individuals, it affects the entire American economy. When a significant portion of the population is burdened by debt, it creates a ripple effect. With so much money going toward loan payments, fewer people are buying homes, which impacts the housing market. People have less disposable income to spend on goods and services, which slows down economic growth. We see delayed family growth and an overall increase in financial insecurity across the board. When millions of people feel financially stuck, the whole system feels the pressure. It's a problem that impacts all of us, whether we have student loans or not. So, with all that said, what options do borrowers actually have? While there's no magic fix that will make the debt disappear overnight, there are some strategies that can help reduce the stress and make payments more manageable. First, there are income-driven repayment plans, which adjust your monthly payment based on how much you earn. There's also loan consolidation, which can simplify your payments by combining multiple federal loans into one. For those in public service careers, loan forgiveness programs might be an option. Some employers are even starting to offer repayment benefits as part of their compensation packages. And of course, restructuring your personal budget can free up cash. It's really important to remember that not all of these plans will work for everyone. The first and most critical step is to truly understand your specific loans and what options are available to you. But here's some hope. The conversation around this issue is finally changing. Americans are starting to talk about student loan stress openly and honestly. We're seeing a push for more financial education, both in schools and for adults. More employers are recognizing the burden of student debt and stepping up to help. There's more awareness of the alternative options available, and thankfully, more pressure on our leaders for systemic reform. Talking about money stress is no longer a taboo. It's not just okay to talk about it, it's necessary for progress. If you're struggling with student loan stress, I want you to hear this. It does not mean you failed. It means you're trying to navigate a system that is incredibly complicated and, in many ways, unfair. You are not alone in this. Millions of people across the country feel exactly the same way you do. If this video helped you understand the issue of student loan stress a little better, please give it a like and subscribe for more content on personal finance in the USA. And be sure to share this with someone you know who might need to hear this message. Before you go, I have one final question for you. What is the hardest part of dealing with student loan debt for you? Let's continue the conversation in the comments below. Thanks for watching.